Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more Friday Night Magic. Today we will be playing the Swords of the Samurai deck. Also, as I affectionately love to call it, Bushido Isamaru. I would love this hand, but we only have one land, and if we didn't draw another one, would be, oh, man. I would love this hand, but we can't take it. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit better. Let's keep the hand. We are playing against Ace. Hey, it's Ace. Alright, so this is the Bushido deck with equipments, and basically the way the deck is constructed is we've got a bunch of creatures with Bushido, and the way this ability works is that whenever a creature with, oh my god, look at his deck. Look at Ace's deck! 92 cards. Holy guacamole. 92 cards. The way Bushido works is that whenever a creature with Bushido is blocked or becomes blocked, it gets pumped up for its Bushido number. So if my opponent has a 1/1 and I attack with this guy, alright, and he blocks it with his 1/1, my creature then gets pumped up for Bushido 1, so it would become a 2/2, and it would win that engagement. Now we're playing against a person who's just got a crazy large deck. They're playing the Dragon deck, okay? I'll be able to attack no problem here. And we've got a good hand. This is good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, next turn we're playing Glory to Warfare, which is going to be hilarious. We're gonna attack with both of these. If he double blocks, I'm gonna Lightning Helix one of them, because I don't want one of these guys to die, because next turn with Glory of Warfare, it's gonna be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious. Glory of Warfare. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control get +2/+0. As long as it's not your turn, creatures you control get +0/+2. The card is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, to say the least. And it's going to make for some massive damage. Now, if he doesn't attack this turn, I am going to Lightning Helix one of his creatures before the end of his turn, so that he can't double block and kill one of my creatures when my Glory to Warfare is up next turn. I pray that he attacks. Also that he doesn't have mass removal for my creatures. That's something else that I pray. So he attacks, it goes through. What else does he do? Nothing. Okay, so now the big thing is, does he have damage for across the board? If not, Glory to Warfare will be hitting him for 6. Glory to Warfare comes into play. It is my turn. My creatures get +2/+0, turning them into 3/1s for the turn. We swing with the 3/1s. Let's see if he's got a response. No response. He is down to 11. Now, switches turns. My creatures become 1/3s. The card is unreal. It's so good. It is so good. Okay, so next turn. Next turn, if he saves for double blockers, again, I can Lightning Helix if he tries to double block one. Actually, yeah, I would Lightning Helix if he tried to double block one of my creatures. It's sort of the same game plan that I had before. If he tries to block one each, then that's fine, because these guys will get pumped up for Bushido and live. So let's see what he does here. He lets the 6 go through. And then we win. I'm guessing he didn't, he obviously didn't know I had another 6 damage in my hand. But we do. So, that is the game. Game number 1. Let's move on to game number 2. Game number 2 is going to be against Zinx. And yeah, let's take a look here. Opening hand's pretty crucial for, ooh, this is actually not too bad. This is not too bad. If we draw another land, we've got 2 3-drops to come into play. We're going to be a ways away from the Stonehewer Giant, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Turn number 1 is the Devoted Retainer. It's a 1/1 Bushido 1. This is actually the creature that was the winner last game. Well, it's really the Glory to Warfare that allowed us to win. And the double Lightning Helix, and you know, I guess there's all of the cards contributed to our victory, but you know, also him not blocking. Whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you may put a 1/1 counter on Mortician Beetle. Okay, so he's gonna force me to sacrifice counters, creatures, pumping up his Mortician Beetle. fact, he's probably going to have a sack next turn. Most likely. We're going to attack with a 1/1 Bushido 1. He will not block. It would be stupid to block. When he forces me to sack a creature, this will have to be the creature that I sacrifice, because this creature's... Alright. When it dies, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So... what he will probably do... I'll probably just attack with this. Or maybe I'll just attack with this. That way if he blocks with that, he can't kill this. He could block with that and then give this -1/-1 though. Each player sacrifices a creature. I know exactly what he's doing. We're gonna sacrifice this. He's gonna sacrifice his 1/1. With that, he's gonna give this guy -1/-1. It's not a counter though, right? It's just till end of turn? Yeah, okay. So we're fine. Problem is though, this is now a 3/3. Holy crap, that Mortician Beetle. He is going to attack with it. That's a good choice. We're gonna have the Kitsune Blade Master, so unless he forces a sack again, I'm gonna let that go through. Unless he forces a sack again, we're gonna be able to effectively block his Mortician Beetle with that creature. And that is what we're gonna play. We're gonna play the Kitsune Blade Master. It is a 2/2, it has first strike as well as the Bushido 1. So what will happen is, if he attacks with this as a 3/3 and I block it, my guy becomes a 3/3, but since my guy has first strike, he will kill that creature before it does creature to him. So that would be an effective win of that engagement for me. The problem is, well, look here, he's got removal, so he's just gonna kill that, he's gonna swing me for 3. So I'm not winning this damage race right now. That's the problem. He forced the sack, pumped up his Mortician Beetle, he killed my 2/2, which would have been my good blocker. We are not winning right now. We are on the losing end of things. I don't even know what I can... I don't know. I'm not sure. It'd be great if we got a Legendary Samurai in play. We're running, I believe, a pair in the deck. Fortunately, this is a Legendary Human Advisor, not a Legendary Samurai. Because if we got a Legendary Samurai, he gets pumped up +1/+2 and has Vigilance, which means when he attacks, he doesn't tap. We are going to let that go through. I don't want to sack this flyer quite yet. And he probably just has a bunch of other removal. I can't. I think we're gonna lose this game. I do not anticipate a victory here. It's not even so much the life total difference, it's that I just don't have much going on. This is not gonna do me much good right now. This, however, we just found the card that could win us the game. 2/2, Bushido 1, but the real kicker here is protection from black. So what does protection from black mean? It means that if I attack, he cannot block it with black creatures. It also means that if he attacks, I can block a black creature and he will take no damage. We are now stopping this. Also, he cannot remove this with direct target black abilities. So if he tries to, he can do it with mass damage, like if he's got creatures get minus, oh my gosh, he does not realize. He does not realize, he fell for the classic blunder. He did not realize either that pro-blackman, I don't, that was a big mistake on his part. That was a very, very big mistake on his part. He obviously did not realize that it had I'm assuming he didn't realize that it had pro-black or something. I have no idea, but he fell for the classic blunder. Here is our 4/4 Vigilance, and we're gonna be able to take equipments from our library and put it into the battlefield under our control on creatures. And it will be hilarious when we do. So he'll kill this if I attack with this. So I just won't, because he'll just block this, yeah. So what'll happen is if I attack with this, it will just get blocked by his 1/1, and then when his 1/1 dies, he'll just use it to kill this. So it'd be pointless. This damage wouldn't go through, and we'd lose that creature. So there's no real need for me to do that. And Zinx Sign has been replaced by an AI. Surprise, surprise, not really. The computer is gonna play a Heartless Summoning. Killing its own creature, getting rid of mine. Doesn't. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage. And then I can also throw down the equip. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways, but let's go ahead and attack. What I'm actually not sure is if the attack damage will still go through if I also activate the ability. Looks like it will. That's hilarious. So we're gonna activate the ability, search through for... we can actually do this to push through extra damage. I'm actually gonna pick this one. The Jit is the best one, but... I'm just gonna pick that one anyways. So this goes through. Then we've got 8 Sword of Fire Ice triggers. We get to do 2 damage to him, bringing him down to 1. And then we get to draw a card. And then, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll just hold on to that. And then we pass the turn over, and we win next turn. I mean, you know, the guy already left. It's friggin', we're playing against an AI anyways. It doesn't even, whatever. Let's go ahead and move into the combat phase. And swing for the victory! Ah, yes, game number 2. Sweet, sweet victory. Beautiful. Our next match is against Mikey P6985. All right, let's go. But I've been on a roll here so far with this Bushido deck. I did play a couple of games before recording, and I did lose actually 2 in a row. So I'm really happy that we're doing all right here. This hand is okay. We will keep it because we've got plenty of lands. No turn 1 drop, but we've got a turn 2 and turn 3. We also have a Steel Shaper's Gift, which is glorious because it allows, oh gosh, those lands. It allows us to search through for an equipment and put it into our hands. In fact, we're just going to do that right now because we've got no other turn 1 play. And I'm going to pick, because I see blue, we're actually going to pick Sword of Fire Ice because it gives the equipped creature protection from blue and red. And I wouldn't be too surprised if he's running the blue-red deck. Even if it's just, I don't know why I'd say that. All I've seen is an island, but either way, Pro Blue is going to help our creatures tremendously. So, all right, he is playing, oh gosh, this deck. So here's a problem. I need to get my stuff in play, have it not countered, and then get the sword on my creature. But it's gonna take a few turns. I'll play the sword next turn, but I can't equip it. I won't be able to afford to equip it till the turn after. But once I get a sword on my creature, I'm in a very good spot. I can't believe he tapped out. Maybe he doesn't have counter spells, I don't know. I can't believe he tapped out. As soon as I get this on my creature, he is done. The creature will have Pro Blue, +2/+2, and then whenever it swings, it's gonna deal 2 damage to him. And I get to draw a card. Or I can deal 2 damage to your creature, so I'll be able to ping off his Lord of the Unreals. I mean, it's... What is he doing? Are you gonna commit to the attack, or does he even know what he's doing? He decided not to attack? Okay. This is a flying creature, why wouldn't you? What are you doing? Alright. We're gonna play the Sword Fire Ice. Oh, you know what? He actually could be running... We're gonna attack for 1. It's in the air, so he can't block it. I have no idea why he didn't attack. No idea whatsoever. Now, this is the big turn, because if he can get rid of my creature now, but I guess it's mono blue, so all he's really gonna be able to do is bounce it back, and then I can just replay it and equip. So I should be all set. I'm gonna be able to get this on my creature, and that's probably gonna win us the game. He won't be able to block, because my creature will have Pro Blue. Now, he does have this thing. It's huge. It's gonna deal me a lot of damage, but... I'm still feeling pretty confident this game. The Sword Fire Ice gives me huge confidence. So we're gonna equip this on our creature. It now has protection from blue and red. Only blue matters in this game. +2/+2. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I believe. Yep. Its triggered effect happens, and that triggered effect is I get to deal 2 damage to a creature or player, and I get to draw a card. So, we're gonna choose creature, because we're gonna kill this thing. Beautiful. powers down his creature. Allows us to draw a card. Fortunately, we've got nothing to play for 2, so we pass the turn. So every turn now, he cannot touch this. It's got pro blue. Every turn I'm hitting him for 3, I get to choose where 2 damage goes, and I draw a card. Next turn, I'm gonna probably play the Glory to Warfare, pumping this up to 5 damage to his face. I mean, I've got options in terms of what to play, and obviously I've got plenty of lands as well, so. But my immediate inclination is to play the Glory of Warfare for additional damage to his face. Because if we're gonna race this, I'm gonna win that race. Of course, he could counter the Glory to Warfare. If he does... Oh, you know what? How about I set up creatures, and then next turn Glory to Warfare for massive damage? I think that sounds better. We're gonna set up with 2 creatures. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. And then next turn we Glory to Warfare, and we might be able to swing for a victory at that point. Oh, looks like he's thinking about Counterspell. Looks like he doesn't have that Counterspell. All right, swinging for 3. And the 2 additional damage, I'm actually gonna go 2 to his face, because I can't kill his 3/3 with that 2 damage. I guess the other thing he could do is he could... What is he doing? Tap up to 2 target creatures. Well, he can't target my flying creature, so, because it's pro blue. Guess he just figured that out. Damage is going through 2 Mikey P, and then we draw a card. Awesome. You know what? I should have waited to play those creatures until after I drew. I should have waited, because I could have drawn something that I would have really wanted to play, you know what I mean? So let's see right now, is he gonna tap out? If he does, Glory of Warfare is gonna put a bunch more damage on the board. Again, that sort of Fire Ice play completely ruined him this game. I mean, no, I could still lose. The game's not over, but he's gonna Claustrophobia. He can't do it on this creature. I think he keeps realizing that he can't target this creature. Anything that's a mass, like across the board, will get rid of something that has protection from the color of whatever that spell is. But anything that requires you to directly target a creature, you cannot touch that if it has protection from that, so. All right, I'm going to attempt, oh, he's gonna Frost Breath. Tapping those 2 creatures, they don't untap, that's fine. We are going to... Actually, do they? Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step, so they're not going to untap next turn either. With that in mind, instead of the Glory to Warfare, I'm going to play my Giant. Again, I should have waited till after the attack. The Giant's a really good play no matter what, though, because it's probably going to allow us to secure a victory next turn, so... but let's attack now. I will kill his... Or should I do the damage to his face? Let's see. If I do the damage to his face, he's down to... No, we're just gonna kill his creature. So that's gonna pump down the damage that he can do to us next turn, because this is pumped up from his creature. We're gonna play the Devoted Retainer. And next turn we should have the victory, because we'll be swinging with this, this, and this, all of which will be pumped up from Glory of Warfare, giving all creatures during my turn +2/+0. And his thing just died, and then it returns with double the things, so this card is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Here's a Claustrophobia, he's gonna choose this. All right, so actually we don't have the big setup that I was hoping. Actually, this turn we're not swinging with much. We could only attack with these 2. But we're still gonna go with it with the Glory of Warfare. Oh, there's a cancel. Alright. Well, that's fine. Okay, resolve. What is happening? You pick the spell that you're targeting. Why is this taking so long? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, there we go. Gains life, the spell's canceled, wonderful. I'm gonna play this so I've got a flying thing to block one of his flyers next turn. Swing him for 3. Two damage is gonna go to him because I couldn't kill one of his 3/3s anyways. And we've got a Devoted Retainer. All right. So he can hit us for 3 right now because we've got a blocker right here. And next turn we're gonna be able to attack with these. This thing is stuck from claustrophobia. Taps a creature, that creature doesn't have tapped or it's on tap step, so I can't do anything with Stonehewer Giant now, unless I get rid of that thing. Alright. Attack with both, we're gonna block that one. It's throwing away my creature, but it's reducing the damage, because it's actually still pretty close. Like, this game is... I have not won it yet. Alright, I attack with everything. It's 3, 4, 5, 6... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be 9 damage. Let's see what we draw into. Alright, gonna attack with everything. It's gonna be 9 damage. Plus the card draw. He's got 6 damage in play for us next turn. There's a sword. He's actually, I think he might win. Hilariously enough. All he has to do is pump those 2 guys up. And he wins. So if he plays a Lord of the Unreal, then he wins right here. Well, I guess I could have not attacked with my flyer. I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a cancel. Why would he not cancel the sword? I think he's got a victory here. He must. So all he needs to do is find another way to do 2 more damage. That doesn't do it, because this can't attack right now. So here's the 6. He's not playing a Lord of the Unreal. Okay, so I guess he just realized that he lost and he left the game. Ah! Ah! Alright, and now the computer is taking forever. That's the worst. Like, when a player takes forever, that's one thing. But when the computer takes forever... WTF, mate. WTF. Alright, well, that is the game. Sad that people leave, but you know... What can you do? Swing with everything. Computer's gonna block one. Probably this one. And computer, what are you doing? Why are you taking a long time to make up your mind, computer? What are you doing? You're a computer. You should be instant. It should be instantaneous, computer. What are you doing? Crazy. Hey kid, I'm a computer, said the computer, and he's really slow about it. All right, let's take a look at the deck manager. Sword of the Samurai. There is the Isamaru, Hound of Konda. I love it. 1 drop for a 2/2. There's not much more you need to say. And then finally, we've got our Bushido creatures. Devoted Retainer, 4 of those. They 1/1 with Bushido 1. The Path to Exile for creature removal. Steel Shaper's Gift lets us search our library for an equipment, put it into our hand. We've got the Kondo's Hatamoto, the 1/2 with Bushido 1. It gets pumped up if you have a legendary samurai in play. Few of those, the Hand of Honor, winning us games against black decks since 1995. Protection of Black, Bushido 1, it's a 2/2 for 2, it's good. Get the Erebba Moth Rider, 1/1 flying Bushido 1. And then crazy equipment, it's probably one of the best equipments in the game. It's so good. Does damage, you get put 2 counters on it. Remove a counter, pump up your creature +2/+2, give a creature -1/-1, or gain 2 life. So every turn you attack and deal damage, you get two counters, and you can choose to use them whenever to do any of those effects. 4 of the Lightning Helixes for removal, for pushing through additional damage. We also gain life off of it. This card's pretty neat. It's a 2/1 flash, but you primarily use it after you've attacked, and you can play it during your turn to block incoming damage and act as a little surprise that your opponent didn't think you had blockers, but you do. Gitsune Blade Master 2/2 first strike Bushido 1 for 3, solid. Got a bunch of those. Here's a Sword of Fire Ice, pro red blue. If it does damage to a player, get to deal 2 damage to a creature, player, and draw a card. Sword of War Peace, +2/+2, pro red and white. If it deals damage to a player, they take damage equal to the number of cards in their hand, and we gain life equal to the number of cards in our hand. Yeah, pretty awesome. The Oathkeeper card, all right, so a creature gets +3/+1. If a equipped creature dies, return to the battlefield under your control. If Oathkeeper is put into the graveyard, then you exile equipped creature. So basically, if they kill this equipment, the creature is gone. If they just kill the creature comes back. Really awesome. Plus, again, it gets +3/+1. It's a 3/2, has Bushido X. X is the number of attacking creatures. Again, you can imagine how crazy that is. Creatures your opponent control attack each turn if able. That's also very nice because that forces them to attack, and you can block with your Bushido creatures. 3 of the Glory to Warfares, pumping up our creatures attack-wise on our turn, defense-wise on the opponent's turn. The Stonehewer Giant, we've got 2 of those. It's a 4/4 vigilance, but allows us to tap 2, tap it, search our library for equipment, and put it right on a creature. So you can attack a turn, and then since it has vigilance, it doesn't tap, and then you can tap it to equip your creature that you're attacking with. Yeah, it's really awesome. And then finally we've got this, just in case things go hairy into the late game. It's a 5/5 flyer. When it dies, a target player skips their next untap step, and then we also get to tap up to 5 target permanents. So basically, if this thing dies, we essentially will lock them down for a turn. And that is the deck. This has been this week's episode of Friday Night Magic. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned next week for another episode. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Have a fantastic day. Keep watching and keep owning.